Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal. We've let the 95 verts in the paint booth overnight with the fans and everything on. It's cured enough that we can get the sanding on it. So, if it'll fire up, let's go ahead and pull her out, get her in on the first bay, and get to work. Alright guys, I just wanted y'all to see this before I even started doing any sanding on it. That color just turned out awesome. I wish I could get that glare off of there. And maybe y'all can see right there on the door. And the reflection of that is not too bad at all. I mean, it's deep. So yeah, I think we've done a pretty good paint job with the exception of the runs. Well, a lot of sanding to do. But what I'm going to do next is go ahead and get my parts out. I want to go ahead and get the bumper bolted on, the trunk on, and get the fenders on. And get this, I'll probably wait on that trim. But go ahead and get these main big pieces on, and the front bumper, of course. And they're held still, it's just easier for me to sand. And if I sand through some of the clear coat, which I might, because it's going to be a lot of sanding, I still got a half a gallon left because I only put 3 coats on this. So we're good on that. Alright, well let me grab all the parts and get them installed. I'm not going to put that on video because y'all don't, I'm sure y'all don't want to see that. And then I'll show you how we're going to sand out all these runs. Alright guys, I've got the main components back together on this thing. And I've already been sanding on it. Let me show y'all how I'm going to get out all these runs. Right, I've got my DA and I've got some 2000 on here. Let's go to this spot here. Y'all can see that okay. Just glass cleaner, you use water, soap, whatever. I don't think it really matters. Just something wet on there. Gotta keep wiping it off so you can see what you're doing. Alright, now, we've got a little sanding on there. Y'all can see more prominent where the runs are. Do a little bit and then wipe it off. You don't want to go too far and take too much of the clear off. You gotta sort of get down all over the place to see everything. That's all good. We'll get some here. Still got a little bit. I'm gonna do it dry this time, try to feather these a little bit. Y'all can see that good. But I got all them runs out there. And that's basically how I'm going to do the whole car. Oh, you can still see one right there. dry for a second. Oh, it'll come back and it will show you in it. You see, I just got all of that. No problem. So that's how we're going to do every run that we have. And we got plenty of them, unfortunately. But this will take care of it. We'll get all of them done with the 2000. And I do have me one of my Mac blocks with some 2000 wrapped around it when I get to the edges and stuff. If you don't want to hit the edges with the DA, you can just cause a big old mess. And some of these curve spots we'll have to do by hand. But we'll get all of that done around the whole car, and then I'll show you all the next step to get all this brightened back up. Alright guys, I went ahead and got this fender and that door done, and what I want to do is go ahead and show you all the next step. I've got my buffer out, and I grabbed the, it's actually the second step, the machine polish. I really just don't think that we need that first stuff. It's pretty wicked. So let's just try some of this. And we're just going to use this on the spots that we sanded, because overall we're going to use the last step, the ultrafine polish, for all of it. Smear over everything. All right. Let's wipe it off, see what we think about it. This stuff gets all over the place too, so. You got something you don't want to get it on, like me on the engine compartment there. That's why I threw that old plastic up there. Alright, that's getting some of it. You can see it still comes back. That's why I like to wet it down, wipe it off, and then give it a few seconds to dry, and it'll sure show you where all your bad spots are. But as you see, that is taking it out. Might be a little quicker if I use the rougher grit to start out with, and that's what we might do, just to save a little bit of time. But let me go ahead and hit it with that rougher grit and run through, and then I'll show y'all the results that we get from that. Let me show y'all what I'm using here, guys. The first step is the rubbing compound. No, I'm not sponsored by 3M. I just like their products. This was a good deal. I actually, Hootie Hoo grabbed this up and we was doing his truck, and I had a lot left over, thank God. So this is your first step right here. Your second step, which is your machine polish. Final step, ultra fine machine polish. I got this fender done over here. I done the rubbing compound and then the machine polish. I'm going to wait till I get the whole car done, because I may have to do a little airbrushing on some spots if I mess them up or what have you. Then we'll go over the whole car with the ultra fine. But here is what that fender looks like. I hope the camera's picking this up, because this thing is just a whole lot of awesome. Do have it's a scratch. Let's say stuff like that, and sand out and airbrushing and clean it up. But besides that, I mean, look at that. That's awesome. Well, if the whole car turns out like that fender, except for the scratch, then I'll be happy. Well guys, I'm gonna quit yapping and get at it. I got a whole car to do, and all I've got sanding on is this door. Still got the rest of the car to sand all the runs out of, and then I gotta buff everything out. So a lot of work ahead. But I'll get it done, and I think she'll turn out slick. So just hang tight, y'all. It'll only be like a millisecond, and I'll be back with this thing all slicked out. Alright everyone, we've got all the sanding done and all the buffing done that I wanted to do, and taking it over and I washed it. Of course, bad thing about well water, it leaves spots, so we're going to have to take care of that issue. So what we're going to do next is we'll take the hood off and set it over there and cover it up, because we still have to do the flames and get all of our clear on the hood and all that business. As far as the rest of the car goes, like I say, I've got to take care of these water spots. All of these got to get off there. This thing's got to be totally just clean. I'm just going to use some basic, and that's what it says, basic. Window cleaner. It's some of these blue shop rags. This will do just fine. And that should get all the water spots off. Then we can grab our alcohol and rub her down again. Then we'll give it a close look and see what we have. Because after that, what we're going to have to do is go in here and fix a bunch of these bad spots. I've probably got enough paint to make up another quart. And get them painted and try to blend them in the best we can. And then I'm going to just re-clear the whole vehicle again. Hopefully by doing all of this, this is going to give us that super deep gloss shine. Let me show you all them spots that I'm talking about. Alright, well, as you can see on the front bumper, got some spots there. I re-primed and block sanded out. And no, I did not buff on that. It's just sanded with 2000, and that'll be fine. But in order to get some of these runs out of here from that clear, and there was actually very few runs in the paint, but I had to go plumb down the primer, as you can see, on some of these. So that's where our repaint's going to come in at. Not many spots. But like I say, we want to try to get it all the best that we can. And I'm going to try to do the best job possible on this thing. You see, we got that line right through there. Yeah, but like I say, it's not too terrible, and I think it's going to turn out just fine. Enough talking. We're going to snatch this hood off and set it over there and cover it up. And then grab my glass cleaner and just start scrubbing on this thing, get it all wiped down, hit it with alcohol, then we'll see what we got to work with. Alright guys, get all them spots touched up. And as you can see, on that scratch we had in that fender right there, that looks fantastic. We got all of our little spots, bottom of that door. Everything blended in well. Even on the bumper, all of that blending went fine. No issues whatsoever. Little touch-up gun that the old lady got me. This thing is awesome. That's what I've done all of that with. So now what we're going to let it do is sit in the booth overnight, let everything cure, and hopefully come out here tomorrow, wipe her down again, tape her up, and clear the dog out of it. Alright guys, got her all wiped down. Wiped it down 2 more times, tack racked it, got her all taped up, broke the hood on her, so I'm ready to go. Got a couple little spots I need to touch up with the purple. I'll get them first. And if some of y'all are interested in these flames, check out the other video and you'll see me doing them from start to finish. As far as the rest of the car, like I said, I missed a couple of spots with the purple. Missed one down there. I put the piece of tape there to remind me. And I want to try to get some of these inside of the trunk. I just think it'll be a nicer look. And we'll get that little bit of purple done. I'll let that sit for a little bit, probably go grab a bite to eat. And then we'll come out and we'll re-clear the whole car. I think it'll be awesome. Alright guys. I got all the little spots touched up that I missed the first time. So, this thing's ready for some clear. Got the flames laid out on the hood. Like I say, you can catch that other video to see all of that. But yeah, I'm fixing to put this camera up. Go ahead and mix it up some clear, get my mask on and what have you, wipe this thing down real quick, and get to it. Well guys, there we have it. Got her all cleared. And from what I'm seeing, it looks pretty good. I have 2 bad spots. And that was just, there again, stupidity. My cap is not screwed on right and I wasn't paying attention. Give me a run right there. That's when I noticed it. So the first thing I done was sprayed up here, of course, and it gave me a run on my door. But I think I got enough on there that we can sand that out okay, and we won't have no major issues. But all in all, she seemed to turn out pretty good. I don't see no runs this time. I think I had the air pressure and the gun going my way. Nice even uniform coverage across there from what I can see. Yeah, I need some more light out here. Never have too much light in a paint booth, I don't reckon. But all in all, I gotta say that I'm really happy with it. Well, there we have it. This poor old car, we done painted it, sanded it, put some more paint on it, cleared it, sanded it, put some more paint on it, some more clear on it. And this is what we have. At least we do have that super big shine. That's what I'm going for. I think once this sits in the booth over the weekend, this is Friday, so I won't touch this thing until Monday. All I did was take the tape off the front window so that the clear wouldn't stick. You know, you get that peel if you leave it on there too long. The rest of it's okay, don't have to worry. But Monday, like I say, I'll pull it over, put it on the first lift again, and probably take the buffer to it, and just lightly do a little bit of buffing, get that extra shine. I believe she'll look fantastic. Guys, that's going to be another video, so I'm going to wrap it up for this one. Accomplished what I wanted to, shiny. Don't have no really bad places that I have to deal with like I did before. So, all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. Stay tuned for next video when we finally get everything together, get this thing completed, and get to just drive it down the road, get it out in the sunlight, and see what it really looks like. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I sure do appreciate it. If you would, throw me down some comments. Of course, if you're able, hit us up on Patreon. Very much appreciated. And if you would, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Again, thanks for watching. And for y'all's just fantastic support of the channel. I sure do appreciate it. And until the next one, I hope that everyone has a fantastic one.